notice when you move around, it's like if I've got a gun and I'm going like this, I'm going to do this as I'm doing. That's the natural way. And if you're going to shoot, you always should have to be like that. Because if you sort of start to shoot like this, you're going to lose your balance. So we're trying to model that with this, and we have a sort of, hopefully, a fluidity of animation that you don't normally see. I mean, you certainly don't do it most of the time in a first-person shooter because you don't have to worry about the animation, but these are all things that we're working on to make the experience sort of realistic and also look cool when other people are doing it. And we're also sort of focusing on making the combat more tactical if we possibly can, because in the persistent universe, Star Marine is going to be sort of like like Arena Commander, where it's sort of a bit simpler shooter. You can respawn, but in the actual combat mechanics in the persistent universe, you aren't going to be able to respawn. You're sort of going to start back on whatever planet you were last on, and so we sort of need to make the animation and set combat a little better. So let's get into that center area and perhaps shoot each other and see that. Yeah, show the electric shotgun's always a fun one to use. There you are, it's the electric shotgun. Yeah, don't show the replace me texture there, guy. So some of the things that we're still working on is the sort of the fidelity of the hits, when you can feel you can get hit, the animation for that. So we don't have that in yet, so you should be able to feel the impacts. Also, we have specific limb damage, so you can be wounded in your leg and you'll limp around, or you can have your arm shot and then you can only use one-handed weapon instead of a two-handed weapon. So we're trying to have a lot of sort of precision, some of the same stuff that we have for the ships, and all that stuff takes a little bit of time. We're going to nail them from the back. Yeah, it's kind of cheap. Also, use a couple of the gadgets. You guys want to use the gadget stuff? It should be, use G as a, I think would be, whoever's playing the heavy can have holograms. Anyone a heavy Marine? Aaron, you're heavy. If you hit G, it should deploy a hologram. I think there's, oh, someone just got shot. So who, on red, can you go to red 4, Jared? Oh, Aaron's dead, sorry. Right, I was trying to show some gadgets. So the heavy Marine's got the hologram gadget, which is G. Yeah, who's got a heavy Marine? If not, there you go. That sounded like someone did something. It's a shield, so that's the shield gadget you can do for deployable cover. Oh, there's a grenade. Ooh, you almost got him. Yeah, if you use G, Aaron, you can have G will use a hologram if you're the heavy Marine. You're dedicated? All right. Oh, someone's throwing a grenade up there. Let's see. All right. So anyway, there you are. That's kind of where we're at on the FPS. So we sort of still have to work on the sort of hit fidelity and sort of the damaged limb parts of stuff. And the ragdoll stuff's a big one, which is one of the reasons why we're changing the skeleton to make sure it works better with CryEngine. But all right, okay. I think we'll move on. I just wanted to show you guys like a bit of an update, show you what it looks like, show sort of kind of where the animations and the visuals are, which I think are pretty good looking. and then we're currently in the process of sort of fine-tuning all the death and the hit stuff and some of the kind of playability stuff. So let's move on to the rest of the presentation, since we're not really doing a team one here. All right, okay, so that's Marine Commander.